When we think of heroes, we usually think of powerful comic book characters with their superpowers, or the dedicated professionals in our daily lives, like police officers, firefighters, and doctors. But today, we're going to show you a very different list. Let's explore the incredible world of animal heroes. Curious to meet these unexpected saviors? Before we begin, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Number 1. Khan, the hero Doberman. In 2007, a family adopted a Doberman without realizing they were bringing a true hero into their home. The day after the adoption, Charlotte, the couple's 17-month-old daughter, was playing in the yard with Khan. Her mother, Katrin, was watching through the window when she noticed the dog's strange behavior. He seemed to be acting aggressively towards the girl, until suddenly Khan grabbed the baby by her diaper and threw her more than a meter away. Running out to see what was happening, Katrin saw a snake near the girl and realized that Khan had saved her daughter, but was bitten in the process. The couple quickly took the dog to the vet, where Khan received an antidote. The next day, he was already well, enjoying a delicious breakfast prepared by the family in gratitude for his heroic act. Number 2. Wine, the super cat. Kate Kisling's family was sleeping peacefully at home when suddenly their cat Wine started meowing desperately on top of them. Kate woke up disoriented and tried to call her husband, who due to a recent neck surgery couldn't move properly. So she grabbed the phone and called emergency services for help. When authorities arrived, they found the family unconscious and discovered a carbon monoxide leak in the basement. Everyone was quickly rescued and treated for poisoning. If it weren't for Wine's quick and insistent actions, the family wouldn't have survived to tell the story. Number 3. Mendy, the rescue goat. In 2002, Noel Osborne, a 78-year-old man, was taking care of his animals in Australia when he slipped in manure and fell, breaking his hip. Unable to move and living alone, Noel lay on the ground for 5 days. His salvation was the goat Mendy, who kept him warm during the cold nights and fed him with her milk. Finally, 2 friends visited Noel to pick up a goat and found him on the ground, immediately calling an ambulance. After being rescued and recovering from the injury, Noel attributed his survival to his faithful friend Mendy, who took care of him during those difficult days. Number 4. Binti Jua, the gorilla. In 1996, Binti Jua gained worldwide fame when a 3-year-old boy, while his parents were distracted, fell into the gorilla enclosure at Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. In the fall, the child hit his head and passed out. While people at the zoo watched in panic, believing the gorilla might harm the boy, Binti Jua did something surprising. She gently picked up the boy, carried him to the entrance where the keepers usually entered, cradled him, and calmly waited for help to arrive. The gorilla's empathetic behavior moved the world, attracting donations and adoption offers for the zoo's heroine. Number 5. The kings and saviors of the jungle. 3 lions became heroes in Ethiopia by saving a girl who had been kidnapped by 7 men to be forced into marriage with one of them. The girl was held captive and beaten for a week until the lions appeared, scaring off the kidnappers. The lions stood guard for about half a day until the police arrived and rescued the girl. The traumatized young girl stated that the situation could have been much worse if the lions hadn't intervened. Of the 7 kidnappers, only 4 were captured. Number 6. Lulu, the pig. In 1997, Lulu, a pet pig, saved the life of her owner, Joanne. The pig had been temporarily left in the care of her daughter's parents, but soon became a beloved member of the family. In 1998, Joanne suffered a heart attack while her husband was away. Lulu, sensing the emergency, squeezed through a doggy door, injuring herself in the process. She went to the road and lay down, attracting the attention of a passing driver. When the driver stopped, Lulu got up and led him to the trailer where Joanne was unconscious. Thanks to Lulu's heroism, Joanne was rescued in time. Lulu was honored with a hero medal from the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals and appeared on shows like Oprah Winfrey and The Late Show with David Letterman. Number 7. Kelsey, the golden retriever. In 2017, Kelsey, a golden retriever, saved her owner's life. Bob, who lived in Michigan, decided to go outside on a winter night to get firewood, but slipped and fell, breaking his neck. Unable to move and with no one around to help him, Bob was trapped outside his home in freezing temperatures, wearing only light clothing. His phone was inside the house, out of reach, and he couldn't call for help. Kelsey, sensing that something was wrong, stayed by Bob's side, barking for help and lying on top of him to keep him warm. She barked for hours, trying to attract attention, but no one heard her. Despite the freezing temperatures, Kelsey never left Bob's side. After 20 hours, a neighbor finally heard Kelsey's barking and found Bob. Emergency services were called, and Bob was rescued and taken to the hospital. Doctors said that without Kelsey's actions, Bob wouldn't have survived the night. Kelsey's loyalty and determination saved her owner's life. Kelsey, sensing that something was wrong, ran out through the open door and found Bob on the ground. Immediately, the loyal golden retriever lay on top of her owner to keep him warm, barking incessantly for help. For 20 hours, Kelsey stayed by Bob's side, licking his face and hands to keep him awake and conscious. The warmth from Kelsey's body helped prevent Bob from suffering from hypothermia. Finally, a neighbor heard Kelsey's constant barking and came to check on what was happening. Finding Bob on the ground in critical condition, the the neighbor called an ambulance. Bob was rushed to the hospital, where doctors stated that Kelsey's quick actions were crucial to his survival. He had a slow but complete recovery, thanks to the loyalty and protective instincts of his canine companion. How many surprising heroes, right? For those who think only humans save lives, this list proves otherwise. Do you know of any other animals that have saved lives? Tell us in the comments. Leave a like, share with your friends, and see you next time. Bye-bye.